Alright, people of the world. That took a little while. Frickin'. Oh my goodness. Alright, people of the world, this is GTAraj, and I welcome you back to the channel once again. Tonight, we're jumping right back into Forza Horizon 1. Because I very much want to play Forza Horizon 1. It's a good game! It's a really good game. I like Forza Horizon 1. So here's the thing. Forza Horizon 1 is quite... It's a limiting game. It's limited in what it is. It's very limited in what it is and what it can do. But it doesn't take away... It doesn't take away from the fact that it's still a good game, even though there's not... You can't do as much in it as you think you can. But it has features that were never really touched upon in Forza Horizon 3 or... No, Forza Horizon 4 or 5. Did I go deaf? Oh wait! I turned the thing off for my capture card because I was using Amarak to pass through. Die! I'm dumb! I'm very dumb. One second. And I will capture... Oh, let's do the twice. That's how I do my pass through. Sorry, chat. There we go. I can actually hear the bloody game now. So the way I normally play my consoles is, well, these days anyway, is now through Amarak. I don't have to switch my display input or anything. And Amarak just lets me view my capture card in general. It's a free to use program and it's very, very good. Although it's kind of weird. Why have I got game capture, game audio still up? I forgot to remove those. I forgot to remove those. But yeah, no, Forza Horizon 1 is still pretty good, not gonna lie. Graphically, it almost holds up. Gameplay wise, it's still better than 5. By a large freaking margin, it's still better than 5. Okay, I forgot to grab a drink, but that's fine. Ow. No, I didn't. Wait a minute. I think I'm dumb. I'm dumb, as well as senile. I'm only 30 and I'm bloody senile already. Alright, so I've got this beauty right bloody here, this Lancia Delta. I put a little bit extra time into the game after our last stream. So you can see all the ones we've done. High Noon Balloon, we've done all that. Any of them that's lit up are the ones we've done. Or we've not done. I don't think I have an A class for that. So what we'll do is we'll drive on over there, we'll see what we need for it. However, it is 5.5 miles to get there, so it's like... whatever. But yeah, no, I've said this for quite a while now. Whoa, we got here. I've said this for quite a while now, but if a game is made for a system, explicitly made for a system, then it's obviously going to have a lot more love and attention put into it. It's going to perform better on that system. In the case of Forza Horizon 1, yeah, no, this game looks amazing for the time frame that came out. Like, this was an Xbox 360 exclusive. And it looks amazing. Look at the detailing on the car, the reflections. We still have that kind of detail today in Forza Horizon 5. But to think this is an Xbox 360 game. Now for comparison, what I should do is grab an ISO of the game and launch it via Xenia and see what I can do with that. But I don't know about that one, Chief. We can always check. I'm tired though. I've been running on 5 hours of sleep, and I've done my walks. I've been in town and all that. So a pretty eventful day. Now you might be thinking to yourself, "Hey, why don't you just fast travel?" And I'm like, "Okay, I can fast travel, but I'm not willing to waste money on it." I've always maintained that fast travel should be free in these games. Ooh, we're not challenging him. He's in an F40. I'll get demolished. I'd rather not get demolished. Alright, let's power turn here. Whee! Granted, the physics don't quite hold up. Also, hi Michaela, how are you doing? Haven't spoken to you in a while. We can use this as a bit of a catch-up sesh. Yeah, no, I'm going to be doing a very different set of streams next week. It's still gaming, but I want to check something out and, well, see what people think about it. I do not talk to you all the time. Sometimes, not all the time. See, there's a key difference. Yeah, no, ever since getting this Xbox, I've been wanting to tinker with more homebrew stuff. Like, yeah, we have dev mode, which is... I mean, I'm hiding right behind it, but you get the idea. If I go home, you can see dev kit, or dev mode right there. So, because I paid $20 for the dev mode access, or for the account rather, or to convert my account to a developer account, so I can install homebrew and all that, it's well worth the money so long as Microsoft don't dick me over and be like, hey, you haven't made anything for us. Because Microsoft knows. Microsoft actively knows what people are using dev mode for. Oh, wait, that's a showcase? Okay.
Show us who's best and you keep the car.
So we get 10k and we have to beat this. Work on another blanket which you've been paid 30 for? Wait, your blankets are relatively high quality, so why are you only taking that much for it? That, to me, doesn't make much sense, in all honesty. Like, yeah. Why are you only taking 30? I'm also gonna raise my seat a little bit because I feel like I'm touching the goddamn ground. What was agreed on a long time ago before that person ghosted me. Wait, so you're still working on it even though you were ghosted? Okay, so yeah, this is a showcase, and we basically do cool stuff, and the end result is we get to keep a vehicle. Get to the chopper! Yeah, handmade ones are gonna go for so much more. Concentration is at my max. Come on, chopper! I'm gonna be taking you down, buddy. This is gonna be tricky because that chopper doesn't really have limits on it now. No, they messaged me today and wanted to sell. Oh, minor handmade. Well, nearly 7 months. Yeah. I understand. I finished in first, even though I really didn't.
Not only do the fans love you, the sponsor loves you too. They gave you the car as a reward.
Yeah, this race is sort of rigged. Because I never came in first. Like for the lap times and that, I only finished it in first. Because the helicopter pulled back. We got Malone! So, yeah, when I got this back in the day, I actually did actively play this online a little bit. I had a small friend group I played with. But I couldn't drive cars back then to save my life, and now look at me. I'm doing it better than I ever could. Yeah, better than I ever could, just like that. Although with this car, I don't like how it sounds, for the most part. Oh my god, I'm going back to the thing. So yeah, that was an A-class. Let's go to the... Yeah, let's go to the auto show and pick up another vehicle. I'm down for that. I'm all down for that. Yeah, down for finding crashing. Hey! I know I crash! I know I crash! But I do it less now. Yeah, back in my day, I never used to use brakes. I just used to slam into everything. I was never a good Gran Turismo driver. Whee! Let's flipping go! La 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 la. Look at me driving my car through these hills, trying not to crash. What? I just touched that hill and I flipped. I'm looking at the preview now on YouTube. Also, hi viewers, how you doing?
In 400 meters, turn left.
Yeah, no, that was a slight tap and then the car lost its weight somehow and then flipped over. Okay, now I can actually focus the game again.
Turn left.
That's not turning left, that's going right. But yeah, no, I used to actively play this online, and it was good. I just don't have my original save for it anymore. Because I nuked stuff off of my Xbox years ago. And I just outright forgot. Like, I actually did lose my copy of Forza Horizon 1.
Turn right.
And I was so freaking sad about it. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Turn right.
Turns out it just fell down in my room somewhere. I thought someone had taken it. But no, I went and bought the game digitally before it was delisted. Which was insane. Because I'm like, yeah, I still want to keep playing, even though I don't have the game anymore. So I went and bought it digitally. Then, a few years later, when I was moving house, I found the disc.
Turn left.
And it was intact with the case and everything, still the same way I had it all those years ago.
Turn left. In 100 meters, keep right.
And it was brilliant. But now that I have it, now that I've got it digitally,
Keep right.
many years ago, I don't need the disc anymore. But I'm keeping it. So yeah, that's my story type of it. But yeah, going from Forza Motorsport 4 to this was a massive jump. I was also really into Motorsport 4 and like all the tuning stuff that I was doing as well. Which, if Motorsport 4 ever gets enabled on Xenia, I will gladly stream that stuff again.
Turn right.
Way.
You have a
But no, Motorsport 4 was still my favorite to this day. It is hands down the best Forza game. And I know the online stuff is dead, but I don't care. I straight up don't care. Alright, can we not get a Viper? Oh wait, this is when they were still called Viper. So at some point, Dodge separated the Dodge Viper, rebranded it to just Viper. There it is. 95? That's pretty fucking steep, man. There's an S1 as well. Wait, I'm gonna get a rough. Oh man. Oh, what? No way. These are just rebranded Porsches. Speaking of which, where the fuck's Porsche in this list? Radical, Pontiac, Peugeot. 77 Trans Am though, I'll take it. Yeah. I love the fact that it never got updated to remove tokens. Like, I spoke about this the last time I streamed this. I specifically said they should have made all the DLC free for the game when the game hit end of life. As soon as the game's like, hey, we're taking this down now, they should just put out one final update that gives you like all the DLC and for free. Like, it just makes sense that way. Because if you don't do it that way, then there's a lot of people that's not going to get to experience the expansions, and it is ultimately unfair. It really is. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's tire compound. We want to go race tire compound, so we've got more coverage on the tarmac. Upgrade that. Upgrade. What? Oh my god. Yeah, let's upgrade that. There's not much else I want to do with this. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a turbo and maybe give it this. I think. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna upgrade this a little bit more. Give it a bit better clutch, transmission. Get a little more. Give it a little bit more oomph. You know, like clean up his oil filters, brakes and all that. It's not exactly the fastest that you can make it, but it is so worth it in the long run, I'm not gonna lie. So, better air filter. Better carburetor. Better ignition. And then outside of that, just intercooler, cooling, and fly fuel. That's all I really want to do to this thing. It's good enough as is. But the way you want to kind of build this up is just give it a little bit more. You don't necessarily have to even give it any performance upgrades either. Ah, look at this thing. She handles like a dream. Unfortunately, this game lacks any semblance of proper tuning. But that's because it was meant to be one of these showcase games where you just turn up and you do a thing. That's what I don't like about more recent Forza. It's the fact that it lets you do so much that it's kind of unrealistic in that regard. It's not exactly a racetrack simulator anymore. So in Motorsport 4 you can tune each individual gear, your suspension, your springs and all that stuff. But if you're specifically pulling up to a festival, they're not gonna have a dyno for any of that. They're just gonna give you what they have and allow you to tinker within certain limits. There isn't gonna be a dyno or any kind of advanced equipment there. If you want someone to install shocks and coilovers and that, then yeah, that's definitely more than possible. Take a while though, unless you have a freaking miniature army. But you get the point. You absolutely get the point. Oh, this is such a dream to drive, are you kidding? Okay, so we're gonna push on with S-Class already? What? No! GoPro Eurocross? Oh, that's right. They had a... There's marketing branded races and all that here. Oh, I forgot about that. It's still not as bad as when they tried to force Mixer down your throats. It's like, hey, we have Ninja and a couple of these big streamers. Come sign up to our stuff. Some people were like, nah, I'm good, chief. And other people were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's sign up just for Ninja. And that's kind of the downfall of Mixer anyway. Like, Microsoft didn't know what they were doing. And they tried to force people to come along by pulling in talent. Like, even Kick does that. Kick did that massively with, like, freaking XQC. They gave him a multi-million-dollar deal, and it wasn't even exclusive. They weren't like, hey, here's a bunch of money now exclusively streaming our platform. They're like, just have some money, but please do stream on Kick whenever you can. Which is the TLDR of the situation.
400 meters. Turn right.
Like, yeah.
Turn right.
XQC is also a cock one by my books, so yeah. He's not the kind of streamer you should aspire to be, or the content creator you should aspire to be. Because this content is just lazy. Like, getting into lazy content, I know I don't put a terrible amount of effort into my content. Like the cat video I did, that was a simple recording of me just driving cat and getting into trouble with the police. And then a small intro beforehand. And it's still 10 times more the effort XQC's ever put into his content. Ever. Like, he'll just sit there for like 16 hours at a time and just violate every copyrighted law under the book or under the sun. Because a lot of the stuff he does is just he'll claim that he's reacting to something, but it's just him pulling up a video and just letting it play, which you're not allowed to do. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's actually not allowed. But it's whatever. Must be Euro and get Euro and all-wheel drive.
Officials won't let you into this event unless you select a different car.
Okay, I'll take my Lancia then. I will take my Lancia. There's a chance this drink might just fucking stop my heart. Like, for realsies. For realsies? What the fuck did I just see? Sorry, I'm checking notifications and I kind of got distracted for a brief stint of a second. Da la 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 la. Alright. Has it really been half an hour? Beat Duke McGuire, reward 2k. What? Let's beat him. I'm gonna beat you up. Because we're both driving Lancias. Pardon me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am lucky there's not a checkpoint system in place in this game. Nice bug. So it's 1 out of 3 laps. It's a 3-lap race, which is fine. Good by me. So overall, I should have the advantage here, since I've used trickery to get my car as quick as it is. Well, hey. Just like with Need for Speed, you can screw over other racers if you win their vehicles and then just sell the vehicles. Imagine how infuriating that must be for someone. You win their car in pink slips and then you sell the car. Whoa. Oh, he absolutely spun out. Oh, I don't have a horn. Oh. One thing I realized though, I was playing Gran Turismo 3. That game actively allows you to switch your gears by moving the analog stick up and down. And I'm like, that is so fucking cool. For a game that old to have that good of a feature. Where the right analog stick mimics a gear shift. Like, what? And yet, this game won't do it. How'd you let yourself get beaten out by like a 20-year-old game? At that point, it was like 20 years old. It's almost 30 now, I think. No, 20, give or take. Gran Turismo 3 was like, what, 2001? 11 years. Yeah, 11 years. I'm like, hey, I'm old as shit if Gran Turismo 3 is turning 30. That's 2031. But yeah, no, we're definitely winning this. We're ahead, but just because we're ahead doesn't mean to say we're going to be winning this. Now, one of the things I appreciate about this is the fact you can actually drive the way you want, because you're kind of locked off. Like, these are all racing tracks. And there isn't any, like, custom barriers put up, unlike Forza Horizon 5, where you have checkpoints and all that put up to make sure you're going the right way, because it's so open world. But the thing is, even with checkpoints, they can't seem to do them right. Because after 10 seconds, you're sent to the back of the group, which shouldn't even be a thing in the first place. Like, what? Why? Why would you make it like that? Forza Horizon 5 would be so much better if the checkpoints actually did what they were supposed to do in the first place, which is keep track of your time in that certain area. And then compare it against whoever else has went through that flag in your race. You don't necessarily have to go through them. Like, if you're gonna put checkpoints down, at least make sure there's solid barriers there so people don't go off the road. Oh wow, so close. No, don't stay in the Lancia. I'm actually going to drive around in my Pontiac Trans Am. Because that 77 Trans Am is such a good car now. Like, we've upgraded it a little bit, like gave it better tires, gave it better suspension, brakes, a turbo, and gave it better filters and ignition. But we haven't actually touched the main part of the engine. This is still the raw engine. And it's still the same exhaust as well. We haven't touched that either. Lamb! Yeah, we're gonna go through here and pick up more of the road space. That should be fine. Watch this. I'll be driving along and I'll be like, hey, button find rumor. Oh my god, an upgrade sign. We need that. We need that. So upgrade signs will get you discounts in the store. Once you get all of them, you basically get a massive discount off of every component known to man. And it's something that Forza hasn't done recently. Like, okay, they did actually do it in 5, but it was for a gimmick race. They did this freaking whole retrospective of the franchise as an event in game, and you got to play through custom scenarios. Like the intro to Forza Horizon 1, you got to recreate that. They even had the upgrade signs there as well, which was quite nice. But I'm like, why not just bring those back? Take away the player XP signs and bring back upgrade discount signs. If you bring that back, it gives players a bigger incentive to go through them. Remove checkpoints entirely, because you can't seem to do them right. That will... Not gonna lie, chat, that's always going to bug me, that if you miss a checkpoint, you get sent back. Instead of having a little bit of extra time put onto your end race time, like you really should, they just send you to the back and then it costs you the race. That is not an apt punishment for something that's otherwise not your fault. Because let me tell you, if you've seen me stream Forza Horizon 5, then you'll know that it's not exactly easy to go through the checkpoints every single time. A fair amount of the time, yes, it is easy. But if it's wet, if you're on dirt, if you're trying to do cross-country, off-roading, anything like that, it's incredibly difficult to aim yourself in a way that you'll just go through the checkpoint correctly. So, taking the GTA approach to it, where if you go through it, or if you go through the checkpoint but not directly, it still counts. So if you go past it, but you don't go through the middle of it, that still counts. Because you went past it, you went past that section. That's kind of what checkpoints do. So what is this? That's a C-Class Recaro 70s rocket?
100 meters.
Do I even have a 70s vehicle for this?
Turn left.
I mean, I have this. I can downgrade it.
100 meters. Turn right.
100 meters. Turn right. Oh yeah, I can do that, but it's too powerful.
Your car is way too good for this event.
Your car is way too good for this event.
Let you enter.
Not gonna lie though, but by the time the stream ends, I'll be on a caffeine high. Because there's just simply that much caffeine in this drink. Okay, so 70s rocket, let's go.
Dude,
I've got to beat Duke McGuire.
so cute on crutches.
Well, girls,
What the
I
fuck?
won't disappoint you.
Well, girl, I won't disappoint y'all. I'm gonna beat this man's ass with my vehicle. A lot of people are using Mustangs? Why? Like, even Duke's not using it. Huh. I appreciate the range of vehicles they put in as well, to a degree. Like, keeping in mind, this game's not on the most difficult option. I'm not that risky. I'm also a dick for that. That's another thing. What if you spin out someone in Horizon 1? They would just get back in the race. If you do that in Horizon 4 or 5, haha, good luck, they're not getting back on the track. There's certain events that there's certain events that you can get stuck on, and so can the AI, and the AI will make no attempt to free themselves. Like, I got wedged in a corner, and to get out of it, you had to reverse and do some kind of a weirdo ass turn. The AI just couldn't. I'm an asshole for that. That's like the third person I've spun out. Oh yeah, you can spin people out in this. That's something that's very difficult to do in 4 and 5. They actively make the vehicles so down all hell to make that happen. But when it happens, it's satisfying. And if you caught the Forza Horizon 4 stream, or at least one of them, you would have seen that I knocked someone off of the track, one of the AIs. They got knocked off of the track and crashed into a house, and yet they didn't try to reverse to get back on track, just kept driving forward. And it was dumb, it was so weird. It just goes to show that the developers of the game haven't been putting in as much time and effort as they should be when it comes to the racing side of things. Yeah! Oh, this is gonna be a close race between me and this Lois. There goes Lois. Oh no! I'm restarting this. I want a better shot at this. Oh man! Yeah, restarting. I screwed up on a few corners, but that's just me though. 1, go! But yeah, no, Forza, the variety that you get to see in Forza vehicle-wise is good and also bad. Like, if they made this an S-Class race with 70s vehicles, this would be a shitstorm. It honestly would be. Now, going by 4 and 5, yeah, that reigns true to the highest degree. Because what they do in 4 and 5 is they don't take into account natural vehicles for that level. What they'll do is they'll match you up with vehicles of a similar year and then upgrade them. Which is not good. It's not a good way to do it because it makes everything really freaking unstable, to say the least. Like, when we were playing Horizon 4, we had to do this S-Class race with retro vehicles. I was driving a Volkswagen Beetle and it was upgraded to the nth degree. And I was against a Morgan 3-wheeler. I even showcased that vehicle off a little bit and tried to drive it correctly. And I couldn't do it. I was always slipping out and understeering and all that. And yeah, the AI was able to drive it correctly and perfectly. On ice! Without snow tires or anything to help it. Like, what? How did you manage that? That's some BS if I ever saw it. Like, come on now. Forza Horizon 4 and 5 were pretty bad with things like rubber banding and giving artificial, or not artificial, applying weird presets to vehicles. I found this out because I was using a mod, and what the mod, it was like it was, I wouldn't say a save tool because it wasn't. It required the game to run. So save tools are basically you drop your save in and then you can modify various values. This is just a real-time trainer, and what it allowed me to do is access some of the hidden presets. So the game has hidden presets that it applies to vehicles, and it just makes them insanely good, while still staying within the boundaries that are set for that race. So it's not going to secretly make an S2 vehicle into an S1 vehicle, or an S1 vehicle into an S2. Sorry, that'd just be so broken. Yeah, no. Horizon 5 and 4 are just nightmares to play. They are not good. I've had a lot more of a relaxing time playing this in general. Yeah, I'll take that wristband. So this is more like a festival than anything else. It's fantastic.
Hey, I wasn't really trying back there. How about we try again? Just you and me. I'll give you my car if you beat me.
Wait, he's gonna give me his car for beat him. I don't think that's a good idea currently. I'll do this. Rockstar Cliff Run. It's a B-class race.
In 100 meters.
And we're gonna get some serious pointage from it.
Turn right.
But yeah, no, this feels more like a this feels like a cut-down festival. So, the festival vibes are kind of there. And I'll explain after this. Or I can explain now. So basically, when you're playing through this, you'll earn points in wristbands. The wristbands allow you into tougher races. And the way you earn them is just by doing races in general. That's one part of the festival that I enjoy, and I don't unless it came back in Horizon 2 and 3, I don't think that ever came back. Because these days, in 4 and 5, you just show up and you do races, and you're all of a sudden popular. Like, sure, you can level up and all that, but that doesn't increase your in-game popularity or anything. That's just to showcase your online rank. Whereas, as you can see, we just got into position 167th. That's showcasing that we're, out of 250 popular people at the festival, we are ranked 167. And that's just in general. That's a general game thing.
Turn left.
So as we do all these stunts and earn all these points, we're becoming more and more known within the game itself. We're actually properly earning our name. As opposed to, you pull up and the person's like, oh, you have potential. And then half an hour later, it's like, oh my god, you're such an amazing race car driver. And then all of a sudden, everyone knows you and wants to challenge you. Or, you suddenly become super well known. Like, it's no hidden secret that 5 is a sequel to 4. Because they actively mention the events of 4, and it's like, hey, you're such a pog champ in the last game. Here's you are again. You're such a great racer, you're overpowered, you're amazing. You've been recommended by everyone. You're amazing. By the way, did I mention you're amazing? Yeah, that's the kind of thing you work with between 4 and 5. They're just like, yeah. You kind of worked your way up in 4, but you're also amazing as hell, and we're gonna suck your dick. That's essentially what 5 is. It's insane. Huh, B499. Yeah, we took the Mustang. That Mustang is our gift. But before we begin, I'm gonna have to take a quick break. And yeah, so once this loads, I will BRB, and now I'll BRB. Alright, we are back. I went to grab a drink. Water! Oh. Good lord, that feels great on my throat, not gonna lie. Oh. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-enable the capture card sound, because that is definitely copyright music that's playing. Then we are very much going to get this race over and done with. Beat Duke McGuire for an extra 2,000 credits. Let's go. Alright, chat. 3, 2, 1, go! You're driving me up the wall. But these are all B classes. Notice how they're not exclusively retro. Like what Motorsport, Horizon 4 and 5 do. Horizon 4 and 5 just match you up with the same vehicle type as you. So if you're driving a retro Volkswagen, they'll match you up with retro Volkswagens or other retros. And I'm like, that's not exactly fair, Chief. They got a good look for you. So we're in Feather, I believe. Alright, let's keep on going. Keep on running. And I actually want to collect, I want to get all the races done before we collect the wristband and that. I don't know if that's recommended. Oh shit. Please don't. How are we all doing, by the way? Have you left a like yet? Have you subscribed and shared? Xander! Get your ass crack away from me. I don't want to see it. Alright, let's focus. Focus. Focus on driving. Oh, there's a lap race. I just realized that. Great, now we're in first place, so we can like chill and chat now. This is like easy now. Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun experiences with Horizon 1. Unfortunately, that degraded with the remaining games in the franchise that I got to play. Like I got to play the intro to Forza Horizon 3, and it was beautiful. I got to play the intro to Forza Horizon 4 when it launched. And that was actually really cool. Horizon 5, I waited because that game just wouldn't run on my PC at the time. Like I was more than spec'd up for it. But like, come on. It was pretty decent. But the more you look into the things that Horizon 4 did, with Mixer and your painter and tuner levels, that was just BS. Your painter and tuner levels, you could only really increase those if you sold paint jobs, or people downloaded your design and tuning setups. And the more people downloaded of your design, the more you could shove something up on the auction house for sale. How did you get ahead like that? Okay, Maguire, you butt nugget. Yeah, no, I got cocked. I got cocked in that race. I'm not happy with that. I was clearly in first and Maguire just snuck up and then caused me to spin out. It's like, what? No. You can't be doing that. I'm not gonna allow it. There's no way in hell I'd allow that. Considering in Forza Horizon 1, I just don't lose. I'm not allowing it. want to make sure I get first this time. Also, I'm very dry right now. I still don't get why I spun out like that. Yeah, that's their fault for being in my way. McGuire, you poncy prick! I'm coming for you. And that goes to show that he's not as fast as he should be. Or he's not as fast as what he's made out to be. He just slowed himself down doing that. Like I said, this is a very close match. Like, it definitely does have its issues, but it's a non-issue in all honesty. Yeah, like, if he was truly that quick, he would have been ahead of me a long time ago. So they haven't officially boosted them, but it's not as bad as what happens later on.
You're a man on a mission. There's a pink
I know there's a pink wristband, man. You don't have to tell me again. Woo! I think what we'll do is, I think one more race and potentially call it there. Maybe 1 or 2 races. What do you think? What does chat think? Do you want 1 or 2 races? I'm down for either. As much as I love those Mustangs, it's a bit of a pain to drive sometimes.
Turn right.
Yeah, so we are driving back to our area. Whilst also heavily understeering, because one of the oversights is not being able to change the car's drivetrain. But I get it. I get it. It's a festival. You're not exactly gonna pull up to a festival and within a few hours have a drivetrain switched out. And your car magically went from a rear wheel drive to an all wheel drive. But let's just take in the sight as well as we're at now. This is the interior of our vehicle. And it's the same old shenanigans as what Forza's always done. Basically. Essentially, it's... You can only really see the front of the interior. You can't look around, which is... That's an oversight. That is absolutely an oversight. But it's fine. Although with the addition of Forza Vista in the later Horizon games, you would have thought you could have looked around the interior a little more. I'm not challenging that, Scooby. There ain't no way in hell, man. I am not challenging that thing. If I was a little bit more confident in my vehicle, I might have. Ah, crap baskets. Come here, Silva. I'm kidding. You can't do that anymore. I'm so far ahead now. It's one thing to just drive a vehicle in third person. It's also another thing to drive in the first person mode in this. First person is just as pleasant. It really is. .1 miles still. Holy. That was their fault. They were in my way. Don't you always hate it when that happens? You're just driving along and then someone hits you head on. They might have been in the right lane, but they didn't even try to get out of the way. And there's honestly something that's never changed with the Horizon franchise. You could be driving 25 miles an hour and AI traffic just sit there twiddling their bloody thumbs. It's like, what? Sir, could you at least try to get out the way, huh? Like, huh? What? Nani? Yeah, I think we'll just do one more race. Chat's not being responsive about it, and I was leaving the decision up to chat because, hey ho, who knows what's gonna happen.
Right.
But if chat ain't interacting, then I'll just make the decision myself. Oh, that's satisfying. For whatever reason, this still feels smooth. I know for a fact it's not like 60, I don't think.
In 400 meters, turn left.
It doesn't feel it. It feels it, but it doesn't feel it, if that makes any sense.
In 100 meters, keep right. Keep right.
But yeah, with the amount of time it's taken us to drive from point A to point B, I think all I've got left in me is like one more race, maybe two. But like I said, I made the decision, since chat didn't do it. Oh my god, I forgot they partnered with Bose.
Turn left.
Wow, that SVT just slammed into me. There's a U down here. What's the U for?
Turn left.
Race Central.
Hey, a pink wristband. People are starting to talk about you as a potential champion. Keep it up.
I saw a bunch of people come in and out of chat, and I asked them if they, what they think I should do, one race or two, and no one responded. Whoo! Exclamation point! New car required of Volkswagen? You know what? Good point, good point, good point! I'll get a Volkswagen. Hopefully one that doesn't cheat on its emissions tests. There we go. Seven? Woo! That sounds like a bunch. Now let's grab a Volkswagen. Where the hell? Ultima Viper Volkswagen. I think. Yeah, we'll get the Beetle. And no, I cannot make Herbie. That pleasure was taken away from me when they shut the online servers down for this, so I can't pull in any custom designs. But I did used to have a Beetle in this game on my original save file. Oh yeah, it's slow as hell. I'm gonna expect a whole bunch of copyright claims on this after I've done the stream. So this one's gonna get the works, kind of. The Beetle feeling brave, huh? The Beetle is a slippery customer at high speeds. It really is. But that's why we're doing this. We're not upgrading. Wow, that's really thick. We're not upgrading it all the way. We're gonna give it supercharger. I mean, I could swap it with a Sirocco, but nah. The body of the car is a little bit too much for what I would like to do with it. So, for people that don't know, the car is prone to sliding. And I don't mean a little bit. If you've seen the Forza, if you've seen the Horizon 4 and 5 streams, you would have seen me drive it a few times. And you will know that it's a very slippery customer because of just how it's made. Yeah, I would give it that reinforcement rigidity. So I'm gonna just outright upgrade the entire engine. And then leave it at that. I was only going to do a little bit, but seeing this as it was a literal E-class, I will very much just upgrade it as far as I can go, to be honest. One, I would like to mention this though. One thing I can appreciate Horizon 1 doing is allowing you to sell parts. OG save doesn't work on emulator, sadly. Yeah, I'm not using emulator for it. What the game's done is bring in my original save that I put to the cloud. Oh, wait a minute. It wants to slide. You can slide it, but with what we've done to it, it's not going to slide. But yeah, on the series consoles, or the ones that you can do backwards compatible on, which is like the entire one line. If you get the game there, but on your 360 you put the save in the cloud, it will download that save, and then you can play it on like modern stuff. Well, it's not going very fast for what it is, huh? I mean, okay, let's do that Volkswagen race. Is it down here? No, let's dodge. That wasn't it either. Megatune. Where was it? Hatchbacks only. Wait, car value is under 15 grand? Jesus. Where was the Volkswagen race? I know it's a red one. All-wheel drive only. Must be Dodge. There we go. Current car's eligible. Oh cool, I don't have my Xbox 360, didn't buy a new console. I still have my 360 because I have mods on it. Not like GTAG or RGH or anything like that. But I have a whole bunch of modded saves like Forza Motorsport 4. Where I injected the unicorn cars into my save. What else? I have modded Call of Duty saves with mod menus on them. I have a whole bunch of Castle Miner saves. I've got Minecraft saves and all sorts.
Keep right.
So I'm not gonna get rid of that Xbox. But I would like to mention that I might try and get the Xbox modded at some point. Oh yeah, this wants to slip at high speeds. There's no getting around that. You could have the world's thickest tires on here and it'll still slip. Yeah, no, as much as I dog on Xbox in general, what they've done, specifically with the Series X, is something I like. The original Xbox, Xbox One, and the Xbox One X are just disastrous to me. For what they are, they're far too big, far too clunky. Like, the VHS looking Xbox One, the original one, or there's no friggin'...
Well, you made it through to the pink event, so you must be doing something right. Maybe
that was my original Xbox One that I got at Christmas. It was gifted to me. And I'm like, yeah, I can use this. I can absolutely use this. Or I can use the Xbox platform as like a media console. And then I'm like, okay, but the Xbox One is too big. And I need a disc drive. The series, the One X was too big as well. It was taking up it would have taken up a lot more space on my desk. Have you seen footage of an OG Xbox One running PUBG? It's not pretty. It's not pretty.
They say that money can't buy you happiness.
It really isn't pretty. The things I was looking out for in the system is what this Xbox Series X is doing. Now, if it's a bit of a pain to say, really. But I wouldn't have had much more luck with like a PS5. Like, I would want a PS5 in the future, but just not yet. I don't have a library of PS4 games to utilize it with. Or, not physical ones anyway. But I do enjoy physical media. So, having a console that could play my DVDs, literal DVDs and Blu-rays is perfect. And yeah, right next to me is my PS3, but it's not a normal PS3. Or none of my PS3s are really normal. I've got a PS3 Slim with a busted disc drive in it, which is fine because, well, it's modded. All of my PS3 systems are modded to a degree. But what's important about the PS3s that are next to me is one is a development kit and the other one is a debugging station. And neither of them have executables on board for watching Blu-ray movies and DVDs, or even media files. The only kind of media it can play back, either of them can play back, are whatever is contained on the disc, or a game rather. So if a game has an FMV cutscene, we can watch it. But when it comes to playing films off of USB, DVD, or Blu-ray, nah, that ain't it. But it is quite a thing to have this kind of stuff. Now normally, back in the day, I would just pop a DVD into my piece, but that's not exactly an option. I mean, it technically is. If I get the fractal pop case, there's an expansion bay in the bottom of it, and I'm sliding out so bad here. I'm gonna quit this. Quit that race and get another Volkswagen. My PS3 is broken, and I stupidly update my PS4 firmware so I can't hack it now. Hacks are getting updated all the time, so you just have to bide your time, and it'll happen. Okay, let's pop on over here and get this upgrade signed. Like my PS4 has homebrew on it, or did have homebrew on it. I want to take advantage of some deals, and it paid off. It paid off big time. Oh, I can't even go over there? Oh, I really have to go all the way around? Yeah. Forza Horizon 1 is limiting, but it's still a better game than 4 and 5.
In 200 meters, turn sharp right.
Yeah, as soon as I updated my PS4, I came across a deal for Kingdom Hearts. And I'm like, you can buy the entire... At the time, you could get the entire franchise for like $30. Everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm not passing that up. The goodbye mods. I will take this entire franchise of games. Otherwise, it was going to cost so much more. Let's fast travel here. You need fast travel anyway. This will unlock. Oh, fast travel. Wait, what? Oh crap! Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. So my PS3 dev kit is modded. Now the reason I modded the dev kit is so I can add certain functionality to it. One of the things I added to it was fan control. It doesn't necessarily need it because it runs cool. It runs really cool. Because it's the chassis of a fat PS3 and the cooling system of a fat PS3. But the CPU in it is the more power efficient one found in the PS3 Slim. Which is insane. Like, when you get right down to the nitty gritty, it's using a lot less power. Can we get an all-wheel drive? No, rear view. Sad. We're better off with that 2011 one. Yeah, it's the more power efficient CPU and GPU combo that's in the PS3, the dev kit that I have. So it runs cool anyway. But I like having a degree of control, so when I'm regularly playing a PS3 game, like Sonic Adventure 2 or Gears of War. Yeah, that's one other thing I would like to mention. With a dev kit, you have access to beta versions of the game, or beta versions of games and various other things. One thing that I'm very proud of, and if you haven't checked it out yet, I've done a video on it, is the PS3 port of Gears of War 3. It was an internal test built by Epic Games.
Well, let's fix her up.
And I don't know why they made it. Testing purposes, I guess. But there's an internal testing build of Gears of War 3 that's available for PS3, but you can only run it on development kits because development kits have the extra RAM inside required to run the game. So that one is worth checking out. Unfortunately, you cannot run it on an emulator yet. I do believe it is being worked on to run on an emulator. So that's actually nice to hear. It definitely is. It's fun to see what could have happened or what the game could have looked like. Like, yeah, in my video you do see issues, but this is still an early build of the game. It's fully playable. You can complete the entire campaign, and it still shows Xbox buttons and all that. But you see a massive difference in like overall quality. Recorded the Lambin chicken Easter egg on emulator a few days ago. Chicken Easter egg? The only chicken stuff I know about in Gears of War is from the beta that I played. So back in the day, if you pre-ordered a certain game, you got access to the Gears of War 3 Village beta, and that's what I played. Way back when. Now, I didn't pre-order a game to get it. What I did is I got a profile that had the demo active on it, and we used that. That was one way we could share games and all that back in the day. So, you could honest to God, you could get Xbox 360 profiles that had entire libraries linked to them, and then you could play them. It was insane what you could do back in the day. On the ship at the beginning. Oh yeah, that's where we started off, because probably the beginning of the game. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make sure this vehicle is not quite as powerful. Oh. Yeah, there we are. We get to the nitty gritty now. I think that. Oh, we'll put our rims on it.
So how's it go?
Sweet. Wait, Lisa is in Lisor. I'm pretty sure she's the only Lisa I know. Well, not the only Lisa I know, but you get the idea. Wait, can we do? Oh, we need to go to the design thing for paints. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll leave the garage and we'll do this one race. Then we'll call it. This car is going to be so much quicker. I think. I mean, we did give it a racing transmission and all that. Oh yeah, it's quicker. Alright, let's find that race again, shall we? Yeah, the Dub Club. I can't believe it's called the Dub Club.
Turn
what the heck?
when it is safe to do so.
Yeah, so far the only beta that I've covered on the channel properly has been Final Fantasy VII Beta 1.9, which I have on disc. I actually have that. And Gears of War 3. I want to cover more beta games. I do have Uncharted on the list. That's a good one. I've got an early build of that. It's... having access to this kind of stuff in general is such a joy. Because between different development cycles of a game, you can see what could have been in a game. So maybe they implemented an idea for one build of a game and then took it out for another build or whatever. A better example of that is with Metal Gear Solid. I've got a couple of builds of it that are on disc and are basically proper demos of the game at different stages of development, but they're so late in development that the game's basically finalized at this point. And it's just the intro stuff over and over again.
400 meters,
But the thing I want to point out is the different item placements. And yeah, some items are in a little bit of a different place, and maybe they changed it just for difficulty reasons. I honestly couldn't say. But Final Fantasy VII's beta. There we go. Final Fantasy VII's beta is an interesting one, because they were testing out the materia system, or the new magic system or whatever, and it's honestly quite good, as far as I can remember. Like, the system that was being tested at the time was the all function, and they were trying to decide on if you should be able to pick if you want to strike all enemies at once with the all materia equipped, or if you want to just individually strike. So in the main game, when you link all materia to like a magic spell or master magic, it will automatically just strike that spell, or spell group will just strike everything. But in the beta, you got the pick, which is interesting. Also, the beta music is pretty nuts, if I'm honest. Oh yeah, no, we are way quicker. Yeah, like the version of Dark Souls that have the debug menu is basically the same, released with a few menus.
You'll need to remove some of those
Oh
parts
yeah.
before you can enter.
What do you mean it's too quick? Oh, what?
Not so fast. That car is way too good for this event. You'll have to downgrade it before you can enter.
I thought it was at $4.99 for that. I've got a modified copy of Need for Speed Carbon on PS3 that has a debugging executable with it and allows you to run a couple of mod menus, and it's not mod menus.
Hey, what good is it if you're a clever driver when you're driving a piece of
I'm driving the same vehicle as you, buddy. You just got your own car crap. Holy. I'll never get drivers like that. They're like, eh, the car you're driving is a piece of crap. But buddy, I'm driving the same as you. Like, come on now. This one will be fairly difficult. It is 4 laps though. That's interesting. 4-lap race. That honestly gives me time. It gives me time to play catch up. But it also gives them time to pass. Yeah, one of the things I want to do is start collecting some debugging stuff that I can physically have. I do have a bunch of preview games that I have an ISO format that you really cannot get a hold of in physical form, and that a lot of that is down to Sonic Adventure. So I have several preview builds, and I have a reviewers build that still has some debugging code left in. The debugging code just allows you to use FreeCam and a few other features inside the Child Garden. And all it really does outside of that is allow you to view available memory. And that's really it. But you can play it with a retail save, but a lot of code variables are different, so it does get screwed up, unfortunately. My favorite is the Sonic Adventure preview, or Sonic Adventure 2 preview, sorry. And essentially all it is playing through one stage of Knuckles, one stage of Rouge, one stage of Eggman and Tails, one stage of Shadow, and a couple of stages of Sonic. But you do get to hear prototype music and all that. That's what I live for. I love checking out that kind of stuff. I would like to check out that kind of stuff for... oh! The only other preview thing I have in physical is Medieval from PS1. So on Demo 1, or Crash Bash as well, that's one. But there's nothing major changes in that. But in Medieval on Demo 1 for PS1, it's using older textures for some of the items, like the ruins and health potions. It was kind of eye-opening to even see that on a disc, like, to be fair. Oh, we could do this. We're lap 4 already, really? Oh wow, that just really shattered me, huh? Okay, restart. Downloading this while watching my saves. Hell yeah, let's go! Unfortunately, Horizon 1 suffers from that obsolescence. So essentially, if you didn't buy the expansion, which at the time I didn't want, you have no access to it anymore. Oh crap. Medieval looks like a fun game. I've never played it or the remaster. I'm gonna quickly have a quick bathroom break, so 1 second. Alright, there we go. I'll catch up with chat in a second, so I'll just pause the game after this starts. Most of the DLC for this works on emulator, and people are working on getting Netplay up and running. Well, I'm not running this on an emulator, but I actually could, because I have Xenia installed. Like, I've got dev mode down here. Not that you can see it. So if I go back to home, I showed this off earlier, but I've got dev mode on here. And one of the things that I have on here is console version of Xenia. So I could actually grab an ISO of Forza Horizon and get a patch for the DLC. If I wanted to. But that would screw me over because I then have to start the game again. Xenia doesn't touch your Xbox 360 profile. But this does. It logs you into the 360 services. And then you do it that way. Yeah, that's how, so, if you have a backwards compatible Xbox One, like One X or whatever, and you've got Xbox 360 saves on your cloud, it will actively pull in the cloud save and store on your system. But because I keep saving all my stuff to USB, I don't actually have much in the cloud. I've actually lost my original save. Fortunately for Forza Motorsport 4, yeah, I was able to pull in my modified save. Modified save also got me banned from the marketplace because you can gift cars to people in Motorsport 4, and I tried to gift a unicorn car down the friend system. You're not meant to be doing that, and it let me do it anyway. But the thing is, right, the unicorn cars are so rare in Motorsport 4. You can only get them by racing with the developers, but I think they just gave you a random unicorn car. I think the favorite one of mine was the Mark IV Supra. Was it a top secret Supra? That thing was so quick. That thing was so quick. I had that going 350 on Le Mans. You know, the one with the massive straight. Not the redone circuit. The redone circuit's got a couple of bends on it. But for top speed purposes, the Le Mans circuit or Nürburgring or whatever, that's what I would test my top speed on, and I got up to 350. The screen was shaking so bad. You know what? I might actually drag out the 360 again at some point and show that off. Because that's just nuts. I'll catch up to chat in a second. Oh, I've lost the match. No, I've not lost anything. Oh yeah, the one Mark Webber crashed on. Forza is one of the games on Xenia that will tell you an imported save is tampered with. Oh, 360 Explorer can re-sign saves and make them tamper-proof, from what I remember. God, I don't even know if that tool's still around anymore. That's what I used to modify my profile with. Will it show? I've got like 2,900 gamer score. Profile. Yeah, achievements. Don't compare. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't want it to compare. Fuck. Gaming. I'm still new to all this crap. So I want Forza. It's synced up with my account, so I've got like all of this here. But if we keep going, it's gonna show games that I don't even have. Like Halo Master Chief Collection. Well, I actually do have that on PC, so sync that up. GTA 4 on PC. I don't know why I would sync that up. Beaten Groovy, never played it. Boom Boom Rocket, never played it. Never played Conan. Holy crap. Yeah, as you can see, there's a whole bowl of these that I've never played. And what I was able to do back in the day is cheat my profile. I was able to add every Xbox 360 game to my account. To the point, when I tried to view my profile, my achievement list on Xbox 360, it just refused to load my achievements. I was sitting there for at least 15 minutes and it was struggling to load all of this. So we got things like Crackdown, Darkest Day, Ben 10, Village Stacks, and everything. Like, jeez. Call of Duty Classic, let's go. But yeah, I don't own any. Most of these games I don't even own that were on that achievement list. So if I go to my games and apps, you'll be able to see. Yeah, go home for a second. These are the backwards compatible games and all that I do own. Full library. Let's fucking go. Yeah, you can see these are the ones that I own. Currently on this system, there's actually more on my 360 that are not backwards compatible. Unfortunately. 360 struggle with some online things. It wasn't even the fact that it was online. The information about it was all stored on the system itself. Within my save. And there was just so much information there that it struggled. Although, speaking of struggling, it did struggle to run the avatar system. I found that out when I was trying to put a t-shirt on my avatar, and it was like the fan and the power bricks started going nutso, and then the system locked up. And I'm like, huh. Frost, get your ass back here! Holy crap! Yeah, no, I'm beast out. If someone sends you a ton of hate mail and fills up your inbox, you can't send any messages. Just have to lead. Yeah, those things were just annoying. Luckily, I never got any of that. My usage of the 360 back in the day was just playing games. I had a lot of fun playing GTA 4 online. GTA 4 online was so good though. Like, yeah, it was basically a battle royale between everybody. But when you had people join your lobby that knew what they were doing with mods and all that, and you were driving and flying, you were in flying vehicles and invincible vehicles and all that, it was insanely fun. Like, goddamn. Like, you could even find the hidden Sultan RS, and then you could even invent your own lore. You could do like all forms of RP on there. And then just outright fight with the police. I've been unhappy. This swing glitch. The swing glitch has actually been patched. I don't know if it ever got updated for 360. Could be wrong. But a few years ago, there was a patch that got rolled out that fixed it. Speaking of which, I wonder if GTA 4 is on the BC list for this. Speaking of which, I wonder if any of the Call of Duties are on BC. That'd be interesting. Yeah, no, these guys are cheating their ass off. Holy crap, they shouldn't be that quick. This is the issue that persists with Horizon 4 and 5. But it's much worse on them. And this was gradual. They've pulled ahead gradually. But in more Horizon 4 and 5, they'll just randomly shoot ahead of you. And it's just not fair in the slightest. I've said this before, it's artificial difficulty. And games should not have artificial difficulty of this nature. Or even artificial difficulty. Oh damn, we're in 5th. We're on the last lap too. Yeah, I don't want to stop until I'm in 1st, because 1st is what I'm accepting. There's no way that they should be faster than me at this point. Let's see. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. I remember things like Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 and World at War. Yeah, I'm not winning that. Worst AI I've seen lately was Hawk's game, and then Alabama's awful. Horizon 4 and 5 is like that. Horizon 4 has rubber banding. From like the third or from like the harder difficulties, but Horizon 5 has it throughout all the difficulties. I tested this out one day on stream and I switched the difficulty to easy, and everyone was just slingshotting ahead. I'm like, what? No way. I'm gonna check the backwards compatibility list. Wait, so Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 are backwards compatible, and so is World at War. So it looks like I can go out and grab those discs and just sit and play them. I might just do that. Get those games back in, because those games were hella fun. And as far as I'm aware, the online servers for all of them are still up. I remember playing World at War literally a couple of years ago. A friend of the channel, Mr. Boomsnook, and I, we played Call of Duty on stream for a while. God damn, he just cut into me! Ain't no way. At least I got done dirty there. Yeah, no, the rubber banding on the Horizon games is just disgusting. It's less bad here? They haven't fixed the issues in World of War since like 2009-ish. The hacker stuff is still freaking insane. So what I actually want to do is try and pull in my modded World of War save, because it's got a mod menu on it. I don't think there's been any updates for World of War in a long time on the console side. Because I have a basic modded save on Xbox, but I also have a really massive mod for a PS3. I done a video on it over 10 years ago, and it got me banned from PSN because someone reported me for not dropping weapons. So if I wasn't hosting the match, I couldn't use the full menu. But if I was in someone else's lobby, the most I can do is give myself all the weapons. Which was insane. You start off at level 1 with the ray gun, but the ray gun is great, but not for a terrible amount of time. I would say that they're doing a lot better than I am shooting me. I might just have to call it quits with Upload. Because it appears they've got some kind of rubber banding on. They only have access to the vehicles that's in the game. Like, not like that, but like the auto store. They only have access to those ones. They don't have access to the DLC ones. Yeah, dude out front is totally cheating though. Tell that a mile away. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, you can still use like modded saves and all that on the online portions, because it's just an emulated copy that pulls in your save. Because that's what the backwards compatibility list is. There's no hardware emulation involved. So what if you get a game that's backwards compatible, like for the original Xbox or Xbox 360, you put it in, you put the disc in, and it downloads a copy of that game from Microsoft servers that's already pre-patched with an emulator, and it connects you to Xbox Live Services, and that's how it does it. It's not perfect, because I'll be the first to say it. How can they do Call of Duty World at War and not do something along the lines of Forza Motorsport 4 that came out around the same time? The only backwards compatible Forza game is Horizon 1, and that's terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying this one. This is not it. Yeah, no, I want to. I wonder if my DLC will pass over as well. Because I never bought any of the Call of Duty games digital. I only ever had them physical. Because that's how I was getting them cheap. As I was getting them for like a couple of bucks a piece. So there is that. Huh. You know what? I could reset this car to defaults and do an engine swap or something. Oh, ain't no way. What are they even doing to their vehicles to be that quick? Because I know my focus is primarily on gripping and stuff like that. So what are they doing? I might investigate that. I'm gonna investigate that. Yeah, my DLC should just pass over because it's on my account. I have all the Black Ops 1 and 2 DLC. Which I wasn't able to get all at once. I worked my ass off to get that stuff. It took ages to get it too. Like, I was playing the Black Ops 1 DLCs as they were coming out. But the only reason I would do it now is if I had a bunch of friends who wanted to play Moon. Moon was great on Black Ops 1. Let's reset. Let's go and reset the defaults. Because I need the power. Yeah, reset the defaults, give it all this again. Yeah, we'll do this. So instead of me focusing on tires, I'm going to focus on the engine. Why the hell is my stuff not going up anymore? I was under the impression that why do I want to have 464. We should have enough left to just straight up go for a whole bunch of this. Let's get the cooling system done first. Yeah, let's get that done. Wow. So it didn't really make a difference, like intercooler wise. Now, to be fair, I could sell parts if I wanted to. I could really do that. I want to be able to max this out as much as I can. Looks like I'm not getting to do that. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Handling acceleration goes up a little bit, not by much. Then I upgrade the tire width on this? I sworn I did that. Wait a minute, I'm gonna take the roll cage off. Because it does increase acceleration. That's all I can think of, except for maybe like toning the brakes down. Oh wait, we're largely off-road anyway, so the brakes are not gonna matter as much. So yeah, I see where I went wrong here. Okay, so we're gonna do 507 still. Holy crap! Oh, this is insane. I can't even do much with this. Oh man. Yeah, that's really got me in a tiffle now. I mean, I can do that. That's alright. What about this? Oh, that's 502, really? 4 points? Now I just have to make it work. Nobody gets injured in a game, so he needs a roll cage. Roll cage upgrades a few things actually. It increases the weight of the car, which also increases its braking a little bit. Makes it heavier, less prone to do this or that. So where's the dub club? Is this it? That should be it. Yeah, it is. Wow.
Great.
Crap.
See you there.
Yeah, I can't even fast travel there because you have to.
Turn around.
It's not that you have to pay for it. It's the fact that it's no longer available.
In 100 meters, turn right.
I wonder what kind of upgrades I can pull off there. Like, yeah, we still have to drive back and forth to it. We're doing just fine as is. So it's not like I've downgraded the vehicle that much. If I wanted to, I could put a lot more on it and just like... Oh, wait a minute! I might have screwed up. Sorry, I'm extending the stream. Essentially, what you can do is you can trick... Oh, not trick. Oh yeah, I remember doing... challenges in these areas, fast travel. You can only fast travel to the outpost now. Oh, we can't even edit swap. That's annoying. I want to check my bumper. There we go, that's it. That's what we need to do. So essentially, yeah, adding the Forza spoiler does a lot. It does so much. For no reason. We just went down 10 performance index points, which we can then cash in for extra performance. Not that it's going to do us that much. We are going to go up to 300 horsepower. If I choose to go that route, which might just. If I want to max it out to 500, then yeah. We're not making more lateral Gs, but we are eking out more performance. So when it comes to Forza, you might hate it. But if you install Forza's own parts, it will sometimes reduce your performance index, which will allow you to then put more performance parts on your vehicle for
meters,
what you're trying to do.
turn right.
It's really egregious and bad in Horizon 5 though, because 95 to 98% of the parts are non-adjustable for downforce unless they're Forza parts. And I know from being in the car scene, or not in the car scene, but with my knowledge that I've got on car parts, I know that a lot of them, like spoilers, are tunable when you buy them. There's nuts and bolts on them, or some of them, that allow you to angle them for more or less downforce. So Forza specifically not allowing for you to do that on those parts is just egregious. Okay, so here's the thing. Would you like to see a Forza game where you have similar customization
Keep right.
to Need for Speed Underground 2? So many of the Forza parts are straight up ugly.
Keep right.
But if we got a Forza game that had the same level of customization as like a Need for Speed Underground 2, but not quite as weird, like Underground 2 was insane. Like you were able to put like hydraulic suspension and all that on your vehicles, tune out the sound system, even though it made no difference in game, and just so much random crap. Like, you could even change how the doors open. Why would you need that in a racing game? But you get the point. If you had a lot of customization, if you took the customization length from Underground 2 and got the auto sculpt feature from Need for Speed Carbon, that would be it. That would be insanely good. Like, there's no denying the amount of parts you could pick from in general in the Need for Speed games are just nuts. Each car had like, what, 10 to 15 different bumpers, spoilers, freaking side skirts, hoods, wing mirrors, rims, all sorts.
400 meters, turn
That kind of stuff needs to come back and not be hidden behind a paywall. Good gravy.
turn left.
Okay, let's give this another shot. We're a little bit faster this time. Yeah. You could. One of the things you could do in Underground was, or Underground 2, sorry, was give your car scissor doors or reverse scissor doors. Like, what? Why would you ever need to do that? Like, But why though? It's cool, but nothing in the game utilized it.
In Ukraine, we say driver like you is putting neck on tree stump.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this another couple of shots and then call it stream. And then figure something out. I know my performance difference isn't gonna make much of a difference. I don't think it will. I've got more downforce in general, but I'm lacking in tires and brakes, I believe. I am in last place now. I'm actually slower for some reason. I'm doing worse. Yeah, no, I need to be in like 5th place already. Overall, the vehicle isn't quite as stable. I could feel that with just how loose it is. Like, yeah, the game feels so arcadey compared to like others. And I have been playing others recently. Mainly Gran Turismo 3. I've been working through the licenses on that. Not gonna lie, the license tests on Gran Turismo 3 are just hellish. Like, whoever designed those is into some freaky stuff, not gonna lie. That's some terrible torture, that is. One of the things that you have to do is drive in a perfect circle with wet tires on a car that, or using a car that spins out all the time. So having to get it right is just insane. Yeah, lap 2 out of 4. I'm coming for these chaps. Button! Graduated from 6 recently. I'm surprised how easy the license tests are. I've never particularly found the license test to be troubling until 3. 3 with their wet track is just insane. Like, what? And even with how tight the tolerances are for some of the times that you have to set, a little bit off-putting to say the least. But that's just me though. My driving style is wicked and all over the place at the best of times. Huh. So long as this race is pretty close with me winning, I'll be happy with it. This isn't a Horizon 5 case where you're either like miles ahead or the opponent is miles ahead. Whew. Ah, yeah, no, this is really close. So the Gran Turismos that I have a lot of experience with is like Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, Tokyo Geneva, which is 2002 one. So that the Tokyo Geneva focuses on like just concept cars. And then there's Gran Turismo 4, which Gran Turismo 4 randomly has a nitrous system for no reason. I don't get why they put that in. But I'm going to jump back to the hub and grab one of my favorite vehicles. Yeah, we'll jump here.
What can I do you for?
Collected. We still need to discover the other 4 barn things. So yeah, I'm gonna jump into the Trans Am and then we'll just take a wee drive whilst I finish things up here. Let me just bring up OBS so I can quit things out a little bit. Not just yet, but like, you know. So, tonight, we've done so much already. There's been a whole ton of progress made here. Like, we can already do S-Class racing, which is fantastic. I'm not bringing Horizon 1 back next week. I've got something else planned for that. Next week, we're going to be playing Gran Turismo 3 on the same Xbox. So, yeah. Let me check. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'll leave it till the day. Yeah. Next week we'll be jumping into Gran Turismo 3, using XPCS2, which is a PS2 emulator specifically for Xbox. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I really have been putting a lot of time and effort into checking out the different homebrews for the Series X and that. I was going to try Moonlight. Now, if you don't know Moonlight, it's an application that hooks into Steam's streaming service and allows you to stream your Steam library to a Moonlight compatible device. So like an Nvidia Shield or whatever. But people have been porting it to things like the PS Vita. So you can stream GTA 5 to a PS Vita that's modded. You can also do it to an Xbox Series X. Or any... As far as I'm aware, any series or any Xbox One system that has the dev mode stuff on it. So you can do that. You can stream your Steam library to it. It's not going to use the console's hardware. It's just streaming the game to it. Which, if you're someone that has a PC in their room and their Xbox is like downstairs or whatever, and you want to play like a Steam game on the big screen without having to lug a PC around or whatever, then yeah, it's something you might want to look into. Especially if both your Xbox and your computer, your main computer, is like on a wired internet connection, both of them. Because you are going to need that leeway. Wait, why can we not buy a new vehicle? That's insulting. Yeah, no, I'm going to be doing more streams in the future, focusing on Xbox Homebrew, specifically for dev mode. I'm going to be looking at more emulators for Xbox as well. Because yeah, sure, I dog on Xbox a lot, and I'm like, it really shouldn't exist the way that it does. And I'm also not a fan of Game Pass. I actually like to own my games. Even though I'm enjoying a backwards compatible game right now, I'm not a fan of how they handled the backwards compatibility for Xbox Originals and 360 games. Because it's all done digitally. Once your game is delisted entirely, there's no playing that backwards compatible or previously backwards compatible game anymore. It was like that for Call of Duty Ghosts for my ex. She put the game in and it was on the list at the time, and it was removed. The game was entirely delisted and it no longer worked. So that's one of the reasons why you want a system that has physical backwards compatibility on it. Like the launch model PS3, or two of them actually, the 20 gig from Japan, that was fully backwards compatible. The 60 gig in the States was fully backwards compatible. The 60 gig in the UK was not. It was partial backwards compatibility. It was like a combination of hardware and software, I believe. They could have done things like boost the frame rate game of Forza. Honestly, I agree, but I also disagree. Because I'm fine playing this the way it is. It looks better than what it was on 360 by a fair amount. If you were to boost the frame rate more, I think it would feel less arcadey. Because the intention is this is an arcade game. You're just going from point A to point B. There's nothing spectacular about what you're doing. It's a more open version of the racing sim, but it's more locked down at the same time. I can guarantee that it will not feel like a more modern Forza game if you boost the frame rate. They're just so much more open. The physics are so much more different. The physics are designed for the frame rate, basically. You know what? I might also play Diablo next week. That just got updated. So if I see all my games here real quick. One thing I'm going to be doing more often is playing Life is Strange Remastered. That is such a good game. It is such a good game. But I'm going to take a crack at trying to break into Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on the using dev mode and an FTP server. Because I've already done it on PC or PS3, sorry. I've been able to successfully port modern Sonic Adventure 2, the mod pack for PC version of the game over to console. But yeah. Oh my goodness, it is actually late as well. So I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Tomorrow, if you come back tomorrow, we're playing Legends of Runeterra. Should be fun, I hope. We'll figure out what we're doing there because I still have to find a campaign for Lux to do. Legends of Runeterra tomorrow. League of Legends on Friday. Next week is going to be a mixture of PC and Xbox once again. Well, PC, Xbox, and PS2. Technically, we're running two things at the same time using dev mode. I'm confirming Gran Turismo 3 for next week. I'm doing that straight up on Monday. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I want to play that. I'm tired of not playing it, and I want to show my progress. What else? I have no idea. But if you've enjoyed yourself, like, comment, subscribe, share. You want to be a channel member? You can do so by clicking the join button down below. You get exclusive access to various videos and stuff like that I've done already. And I just realized I need to change my input here. 1 second. Bloop. And bloop. Because there's little to no preview delay on OBS for my capture card. So I could just straight up play from preview if I wanted to. But I'm not doing that. It's not. Nah. But yeah. You want to be a channel member, click the join button down below, pick a tier, have fun with it. There's also affiliate links in the description as well for Fatal Grips, a place that sells grip covers for your controllers, along with keyboards, mice, and all that. They sell that kind of stuff too. Dubby and Rogue Energy, they're both energy powders. They both have hydration lines, so you don't necessarily need to get caffeine in your system or whatever. There's non-caffeinated versions of the powder. You just put a couple of scoops in with some water, swish it around, and then you just drink it. Simple. But yeah, you can use code GTARAJ at checkout for 10% off. Now, I'll see you all again tomorrow. You stay safe, take care, and bye!